Hey everybody, what's happening? Son of a Silver Stacker here. In today's numismatic news and information for the 10th day of March 2023, I'd like to take you over to JM Bullion so we can look at those live spot prices. But before that, going to do two things. Going to welcome you over to Coffee and Coin Talk with Stacker. That's this morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. on the West Coast. Now, another thing I always like to do is give a huge shout out and a big thank you to all of our channel members. This will be a lot more challenging without your support. Really appreciate all y'all. But I think the best part is that you get your little icon right up here that everybody sees when you land on the page. So that's pretty cool. Now, over here to JM Bullion. Bam! Gold is up 318 to 1843.6. Silver's down 3 cents to 20.31. Platinum down 848 to 952.74. And palladium down 22.30 to 1415.95. Wow, could you imagine just one more day of that and we're under $1,400 for palladium? That would be incredible. Now over here to the 2023 1-ounce American Silver Eagle coin. Credit card PayPal, you're looking at $34.95 minus the $20.31. And yes, we are still at a $14.64 premium for the American Silver Eagles. And yes, that's a lot lower than it used to be, but is still quite high, considering, the demand for silver. Is it high right now? Is it low? Yeah, let's take a look right at the bullion sales at the United States Mint. And I don't know if we can even gauge demand by sales here, but it looks like they're kind of falling off a cliff, because look at this. I mean, we got just barely any sales for the first week of March. Maybe not so bad, but it's something we need to keep an eye on, because 1 month does not make a trend. Now over here to Coin World. This is an article by Paul Gilks, dated yesterday, March 9, 2023. CCAC reviews designs for 2024 American Women Quarters. And there's the first one that you can see that the CCAC has recommended. Pretty cool. Now there's some few steps that need to happen after this, but we are getting closer to the finalized designs. Here we go. Designs proposed for the 2024 American Women Quarter Dollars were recommended March 1st, that was just 9 days ago, by the Citizens Coinage Advisory Committee. Remember we talked about that meeting going to happen, and you had that opportunity that Monday to check that out. Now the reverse designs recognize Cuban-American entertainer Celia Cruz, Black civil rights activist, lawyer, and Episcopal priest, the Reverend Dr. Pauli Murray. That's the one you see here. All right. Japanese-American legislator and civil rights activist Patsy Takemoto Mink, American Indian rights advocate, activist and author Zitkala Shah, and Civil War era surgeon and women's rights advocate Dr. Mary Edwards Walker. CCAC recommended coin designs for Cruz and Zitkala Shah are the same as those recommended February 16th by the Commission of Fine Arts, and one Mink choice and the Walker coin recommendation are among those the CFA also chose. Check these out, folks. So I'm going to check, got the images right here for the Celia Cruz and all the other ones. We're going to go through the designs that they have picked. Okay, so Celia Cruz was a distinguished Cuban-American artist who began dancing, so many things. I mean, just wow, right? Who became an international superstar and cultural icon. Absolutely. The design preferred by Cruz's estate and recommended by both CCAC and CFA, that's the Citizens Coinage Advisory Committee and the Commission of Fine Arts, reflects a dynamic portrait of Celia Cruz, flashing her dazzling smile. No lie there, that is the most amazing smile you'll ever see. So happy, so much good vibes, while performing in a Roomba-style dress. Her signature catchphrase, Azucar, sugar, like sweetheart, sweetness, is inscribed on the right. And here we go. Let's check that one out. Bam! So it doesn't say anything. Right there's the one. Look at that image. That is great. That is just a celebration. Good vibes, good energy. It's just, imagine how infectious that is to be around somebody with so much positive energy. Yeah, that's just amazing. So good times there. Great design choice. That's CCR01. Pretty good stuff there. Now, over here to the next item up here, and this is going to be the Reverend Dr. Pauli Murray. According to the U.S. Mint's design narratives, Reverend Dr. Pauli Murray broke barriers as a staunch advocate for the rights of women and Black Americans who fought tirelessly for civil rights. As a poet, activist, lawyer, and priest, Murray was directly involved in and helped articulate the intellectual foundations of two of the most important social justice movements of the 20th century, specifically women's rights and civil rights. Now, here we go with the design that the Reverend Dr. Pauli Murray has been recommended for. The CCAC recommended design is a portrait of the Reverend Dr. Pauli Murray's eyeglass frame face within the shape of the word hope, which is symbolic of Murray's belief that significant societal reforms were possible when rooted in hope. I totally agree with that. That is amazing. And that's the Reverend Dr. Pauli Murray, not Murphy. I don't know where that came from. So here we go. Now it's going to be one of these two right here, and says the 25 cents, which is kind of what the theme they're going with this year. United States of America at the top, Hope. Now, obviously, this one's a little super zoomed in, right? Extreme close up. While this one's still a pretty good close up, we don't have that extreme action that we do here on the one on the left. So it says the Reverend Dr. Pauli Murray, and then the Reverend Dr. Pauli Murray, and then E pluribus unum. So let's go back to what they're saying here. The recommended portrait eyeglasses framed with a face within the word hope, symbolic belief that the societal reforms were possible. So we don't know. It could be either one, I would imagine, one of these two. We don't have an exact, but if we look at the one that they've chosen here, well, I would go with that one. Now let's keep on, keep it on. Now this is Patsy Tokomoto Mink. Was a third-generation Japanese-American born and raised on the island of Maui in Hawaii, where she endured racial and gender discrimination. The CCAC recommended two designs for the mink coin. On one, Mink stands with her Title IX legislation in front of the U.S. Capitol building. So that's when she stands, all right? The additional description, equal opportunity in education. The second design choice portrays Mink seated with the Capitol in the left field and the inscription equity in education. And that is the Commission of Fine Arts choice, all right? Now, should Secretary Treasury Janet Yellen select the second preferred design, the CCAC suggests delimiters in the form of hollowed out circle be added in between the border inscriptions. Now, wouldn't that be interesting to find out? Now, this is the third design, and that's right here. And she's standing in front of the Capitol here, and she's sitting in front of the Capitol here. So it's going to be one of these two designs. And folks, I'm going to pose this one to you. Do you like PTM4 or PTM5? All right. So me, I don't know. I kind of like this one. Looks like she's all business here. And this one looks like she's a tourist at the Capitol. So I don't know. This one, though, yeah, you better watch out. You better not cry, right? So let's keep it on. Now, this is the next one. This is Zitkala Shah. And I think this one had a really lot of different designs to choose from, a lot of really high quality designs to choose from. And imagine, folks, if that was your work being submitted to the CCAC or the CFA and it got chosen, right? Wow, what a tremendous honor. Here we go. Zitkala Shah was an outspoken advocate, activist, and author for American Indian rights. Zitkala Shah, meaning Redbird, also known as Gertrude Simmons, co-founded the National Council of American Indians to advocate on issues including education, economics, employment, health, religion, and the right to vote. Her work directly led to the passage in 1924 of the Indian Citizenship Act. I almost said American Indian Citizenship Act. Now, the design that both the CFA and the CCAC recommend features Zitkala Shah with a determined expression holding a book which represents her literary interests. Now, a diamond pattern, a cardinal in flight, and a stylized sun are in the background. Here we go, holding the book, stylized sun, holding in the background. So plenty of opportunity here. It looks like there's like 10. So it looks like this is the one. It looks like she's holding a book. Redbird in the background is here and here. So it looks like it's going to be one of these two here. United States of America, Zitkala Shah, E pluribus unum, United States, author, activist, composer, 25 cents. There it is again with that numeric 25 cents. That's pretty cool. So it will be one of these two. Let me see if I can get it further narrowed down to which one it's going to be. Is it going to be author, activist, composer, or is it going to be Redbird with the Redbird? So is it going to be redundancy, or is it going to be, let's see, which cardinal flight, stylized? Yeah, it doesn't really say which one of those two specifically are going to be the one that is chosen. And right here, there should be a Dr. Mary Edwards Walker in bold and larger font, but it isn't, and that's okay. I'm able to discern what's what. Now, here we go. Dr. Mary Edwards Walker was a Civil War era surgeon and a woman's rights advocate. In 1863, Walker became the first U.S. Army surgeon, first woman, almost forgot that part, first woman U.S. Army surgeon as a contract acting assistant surgeon, that's a civilian, with the 52nd Regiment Ohio Volunteer Infantry. President Andrew Johnson awarded Dr. Parker the Medal of Honor on November 11, 1865. Now, the CCAC has recommended design in a close-up of her upper body portrait of Dr. Walker holding her surgical toolkit and wearing her Medal of Honor. A larger view of the Medal of Honor also occupies the field to the left. And bam, there it is. So there's only one of them where it's a close-up of her body where she's holding the actual medical book or bag. Whoops, zoomed in. There it is right there. She's holding her medical bag there. She's got the Medal of Honor pinned to her left chest and then the Medal of Honor there. So I believe that's the one they're going to be choosing for Dr. Mary Edwards Walker. Bam, there it is, folks. So the United States Mint American Women Quarter Dollars program features 5 coins per year placed into circulation through 2025. The program began in 2022 with the first 5 coins. And folks, for the Mint to have a quarter program that only lasts, a few short years like that, that's incredible, especially considering we're coming off of the American Beautiful Quarter series as well as the state quarter program. So hopefully the Mint has learned that these short programs hit a little bit harder, a little bit more impact, I believe, than the America the Beautiful Quarters program or the state quarters program did. Because, I mean, if you think about it, if you're a seller, imagine those 10, 12 years of all that inventory you have to hold, right? So instead of this one, it's just 4 years. So it's like 3 times less, at least, of the inventory you're purchasing for the American Women Quarters. Now, these quarters are designed to celebrate and recognize the accomplishments and contributions of remarkable women, although possibly little known to the public or not even famous. There you go. Little disclaimer at the bottom. Now, let's talk about this person here, the Reverend Dr. Polly Murray. And it says that her, let me just read this. Now, it says it's got the shape of the word hope, which is symbolic of Murray's belief that significant societal reforms were possible when rooted in hope. And folks, that gives us our +1 today. Bam, there it is. Let us not forget, there is hope. Because hope gives us a purpose-filled life. Number 2, hope promotes happiness. It's easier to get through tough times when there's hope. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, right? Hope gives us the power to give something a go with all of our heart, with all of our conviction, yeah? And hope is specific. It's not optimistic. It's not like Pollyanna with the rose-colored glasses. It's specific, yeah? Now, having hope means we want a better outcome. Absolutely, and there's nothing wrong with that. Because, let's go here to Electric Avenue, because Eddy Grant, yeah, this is good stuff. And this is 3 Nines Fine 99.9. I just ruined that one, didn't I? Let's go over here to 3 Nines Fine 99.9 KOIN Coin News Radio. This is Eddy Grant, Electric Avenue. See how I did that with the avenue part? Because he kind of says it like that too. Either way, folks, I want to thank you all for watching. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you hear and see, please subscribe to the channel. It's free. And don't forget, hey, you can get your icon up here simply by joining. Well, not always, because I think it's kind of random. Either way, thanks for watching. Where are you going? Stacker out.